provinces. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, thank you very much, and good afternoon to the viewers. I mean to the listeners at home.
Listeners and the viewers.
I just come from TV now, so
Yes.
yeah.
No, we also have our viewers on.
Okay. Listeners and viewers, thank you very much.
In terms of the arrangement and setting up the state of the nation so that it can efficiently unfold at an alternate venue, give us some insight as to what has occurred behind the scenes.
Well, as you know, the hosting of the State of the Nation address at the City Hall comes on the backdrop of the burning down of the National Assembly chamber. So when that happened, the presiding officers had to decide where the State of the Nation address will take place and other parliamentary business. Several venues were inspected in the city, and the City Hall was found to be suitable for the State of the Nation address, as well as the debate on the State of the Nation address.
What sort of preparation goes into the preparation of the State of the Nation address, and in particular this one that we have today? What was the activities that had to be undertaken behind the scenes in ensuring that all procedures are put in place and everything is arranged efficiently?
Well, taking into consideration that it's held at the City Hall and not the normal venue where the State of the Nation address usually took place, we had to look at how can we make the venue more suitable for the State of the Nation address. We have to look at whether we do have offices, whether we do have interpretation facilities, whether we do have microphones for members in order to enable them to participate in the processes and proceedings. We have to look at the security, we have to look at the transport, we have to look at the route that members would take and other dignitaries would take to arrive at the City Hall. So several things had to be looked at. We had to look at whether for instance, the City Hall has got furniture that we can use for the purposes of holding rooms and so on and so on. So a lot of logistical planning went into the preparations for the State of the Nation address.
Considering that Parliament was burnt and damaged, and now we're having a president who's delivering the State of the Nation address, compared to previous years, is the security somewhat increased?
Well, the security is the normal security that you would have when Parliament is in session. So I really cannot say that security has been increased. What I can say is that we are quite confident that the current precincts of Parliament are secured enough to enable the President to deliver the State of the Nation address, as well as to have the debate on the State of the Nation address, and to allow the President also to reply to the debate on the State of the Nation address. So we are quite confident that the venue is secured.
In terms of the procedure, with the military band coming by and the Air Force and all of that, which usually occurs, will all of that be taking place as normal?
Yeah, but as you would know, the event ever since COVID has been scaled down. For instance, we won't be having the guard of honor by school children like we normally used to have. But of course, what I know is that the President will take the salute. The National Defence Force will lead us in the singing of the national anthem, and we will have the normal processes and proceedings that we had. For instance, the processions by the judges, by the judiciary, the processions by the speakers, the procession by the speakers of the provincial legislatures.
Considering that the State of the Nation is being delivered at the State Hall, and this is the very hall where Nelson Mandela had delivered his speech when he was freed in 1990. Advocate Phindela, where were you at that time, and are you able to recall your own memories of that moment?
I was here.
That's great to hear. So take us through, what was your role at that time?
I was still a student at the University of the Western Cape. At that time we called it Bush. I was on my way from home when we were informed that Nelson Mandela would be released on that day. Unfortunately, we were using a train. Train takes about 23 hours from Joburg to Cape Town. Unfortunately, when we got the news, we were just about to reach Cape Town. And what we did was just to quickly go to our rooms, drop our bags, and rush to the Grand Parade to come and watch, not only listen, but also watch Nelson Mandela addressing the nation after his release from Victor Master.
What was the atmosphere like on the Grand Parade at that time? How close did you get to the actual hall?
It was electrifying. It was electrifying. Remember that for ever since I was born, I had not heard the voice of Nelson Mandela. So it was for the first time, the very first Amandla that he uttered was very electrifying. For the first time, I was hearing his voice. So it's a historic moment. It was a historic moment for me. It still is a historic moment for me, and I'm proud that even today I'm here, sitting on the Grand Parade, taking interviews, and talking about that day, and having a historic State of the Nation address being delivered at the same venue.
Yes, that is certainly a moment that has been etched in our memory, that we will recall forever. How different are things, 31 or 32 years down the line? At that point, there may have been thoughts in your mind as to how things may have unfolded in the future. And if you recall comparing those thoughts of what should unfold and where we are now.
Of course, things have dramatically changed. In the past, one would never think that you would work for Parliament, for instance. But now I can tell you now that I'm the Secretary to the National Council of Provinces, which is one of the houses of Parliament. We have a democratic government. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of movement. We have freedom to demonstrate without any fear, without fearing that you'll be harassed, without fearing that you'll be arrested. We have the right to voice our opinions without fearing that you'll be arrested for raising a particular opinion. We have freedom of association to belong to a party of your own choice or not to belong to a party of your own choice without fearing that you'll be arrested, you'll be detained. We have the right to appear before a court, to be represented without being detained. You have a right not to be detained without trial. So we really have benefited from the freedom, but from our democracy. And as I have indicated, it was for the first time that one had the right to vote. So things have really changed. I must say there are still challenges, of course, in the country, which one hopes the president will also some of them address in tonight's State of the Nation address. But things have really changed.
It's been an absolute pleasure with you and recollecting that epic moment. Thank you very much for coming to our studios and chatting to us. We appreciate your grace in that regard.
Thank you very much.
Go well. Bye-bye. All the best.
Thank you.